When we had our meeting a few weeks ago, we talked about doing a whiteboard TD session. And since I'm about to make another whiteboard, I thought I'd just record this and you can see what I'm doing. It is the 14th of February. Happy Valentine's Day. Justin's asked me to cover a couple of lessons for him today. So I'm going to abandon the lessons I had and do a Valentine's Day lesson and just show you how I'm going to quickly make a whiteboard. So on your, where you have your emails, there are the little dots here. And if you click these dots, you get all the apps. And if you click whiteboard, you get whiteboard. And it takes you onto here. So these are all my whiteboards. I've got hundreds, I think. So I'm going to go create a new whiteboard here. And then here it gives me a template of a whiteboard, and you've got text, you've got notes, you've got shapes, you've got reactions, images, templates, documents that you can add in. What I prefer to do over in settings, let me just pull it over into the corner. Over in settings, you can open the whiteboard in the app, open in app. Now that's what I normally do. I just find it's easier. I'm more used to the layout here. I think honestly it's whatever you get used to. This also gives you a bigger screen, and so all the things you can add on are actually down here. Let me move this one. They've all gone to the bottom rather than they're just down there. All the things you can add in. I think it is simply a difference of what you're used to. I don't think there's any much difference in how it works. But okay, so I'm thinking about love. This is my theme. First thing I want to do is add an image. So I'm going to go onto Google here. I'm going to find an image. I'm going to find a love heart, and I'm going to quickly cut and paste. Any one will do. Cut and paste that as my kind of opening. So I've cut and pasted it. I've screenshot. Sorry, I'm going to come into the whiteboard here. That's going to be my starter. That's going to be my theme. We're going to brainstorm some vocabulary, some words about love, and then I'm going to ask them to do a ranking exercise. So I'm going to bring up something I found on British Council website, which is all about Valentine's Day, and it says here something like what's important to you. So it's going to come in here, working groups, and put the following in order of importance for you. So I'm going to have two groups and they can have a little chat about that and then come back and tell me what they want to do. So that's as far as just easy, just cut and paste. Okay, but I might want to write something. So if I want to write something, I'm going to right click A here, and we go, today is a special, oops, can't spell, day. What is the origin of Valentine's Day? And then we can start talking about it. So basically I can type like that. I can change the colour here, so I can go into red because obviously that feels like a more sort of suitable colour. So if I want to do something, insert a document or insert a PDF or insert a PowerPoint that I've already got, if I want to insert slides, I can come down here, it says insert menu, and I can click here, any of these, PDF, Word document, PowerPoint, and I'm going to put a Word document in, and it's going to take me to my files. And here I've got something called Happiness Manifesto. So we can link this idea of love to happiness, and I've got a infographic here, which I haven't used for ages, but I might just put that in because it might be quite interesting to talk about. And that's got some ideas in on what makes you happy. So we can sort of move that around the page. I can move that out the way because I don't want them to see it straight away. But you can see there's quite a lot of flexibility. If you think of this like a giant blackboard, a giant whiteboard, you can build on it lesson by lesson. You can move it around. You can go down, you can go up, you can go all over the place. You can also invite your students to join you in here. So if I click your names here, it's a little bit slow, this, and you will eventually get an invite. I'll invite Justin and I'll invite Fiona. It's a bit slow, but you'll get an invitation into this eventually, and then your students can come in and they can join you on the whiteboard, and then they can add stuff as well. They can write on it. It just gives you this way of being interactive, which I think we all agree is quite useful. If I want to highlight something, I'm coming down here again to my little scribbly bits here. Inking mode. It says I can highlight, and this is really useful if you've got a text on the screen and you want your students to highlight the verbs, for example, or you want them to highlight the linking words, then they can take the highlighter, they can choose their colour. So you click on it, you get a whole range of little colours, and they can go, okay, most important for me out of this is money. Sorry guys, money please. So they can highlight it, or they can choose what colour they want. They can highlight the verbs, they can highlight the nouns, they can do whatever you want them to do, but they've got this pen and then any of these little different pens as well. So that's quite fun. So I hope that helps. So we've added in pictures using cut and paste or screen capture. We can type, so that's a right click and you get your typing here. You could add a note if you want. If I want to just hide that, I could hide it and I could, write on it or something like that. So it's a right click to get these things. And something that Laura quite likes us doing is formatting the background. So for students who find white a bit strong, you can choose your colour here. So you could have a nice little pink background. That's quite pretty. If you're doing, I suppose if you're doing maths or something, you can have a grid or a graph. And you've got a little bit of flexibility here in what your board looks like. So I really hope that helps. Let's close that one down. Any questions, just shout, obviously. Okay.